Okay, we're moving right along. Now, you guys can leave if you have to, but you don't have to go. We'd really like you to stay. Okay, I thought maybe you were going to get out. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of poetry readings and have we try to encourage people to stay as long as we can. So, all right, that being said, our next reader is a fabulous Captain Barefoot himself, who hails from the lovely town of Norwood, Colorado, where Murray and I were pleased to spend several days there, up to our giblets and stuff, snow, weather, and strange things that occur in, out there in the hinterlands. Mushroom land, that's right. Yes. So I'd like to bring up Art Goodtimes, and the first poem I've been advised to tell you is called Sardines. So please, give a nice round of applause.
Tuna, great white shark. Humpy, urchins, and eels, hearts alive to hear them swimming the sidewalks after school, freewheeling and praying they once wearing. You know, like grab me, mama. Oops, there's the tin, snapping of tin, breaking of glass, the pump up, running on that scream to the elevator. As the old men rolled over, snore the light of a night TV, their breath rancid as sardines. So I got to read with Todd once, and he was an outlaw. He was an outlaw because he was talking about the outlaw in all of us. The part of us that really doesn't like the rules and regulations that we have to have for culture. And so in this culture, American culture, where freedom is supposedly the word that we believe in, outlaws who are totally free of all law, they have a real cachet in our hearts. And I think Todd was good about taking one of those characters and opening it up, just like John does the same thing with other of these, Billy the Kid, all these heroes we have who were outlaws. I wrote a little tiny piece for Todd. It's a real short one, and it comes from this whole Latin, Roman, Greco tradition that is our European heritage for so many of us, most of the faces I see here. And that comes from a violence. We have to understand, if you study Latin, if you study Greek, violence is inherent in the language. And when I think of Augustus Caesar, I don't think of the Augustine age. I think of the world's first great criminal who took over empire from the Republic and made it a dictatorship. And so, the same way we celebrate Columbus, should we celebrate Pinochet? Is that the kind of culture we are? Some of us think not. I think that's why Todd was able to bring that out and show us in our face that Dillinger was a reflection of ourselves and our disheartening distaste for empire, of which we're all are right now. And I called him the Virgil, because Virgil, as you know, was really the poet who did a wonderful thing. He glorified Caesar, and then wrote his own rustic poems in which he criticized Caesar. And Caesar had him killed. And I like to think of human beings not as Homo sapiens. I think of us as humus ludens. Humus is the dirt around us. We're all part of the dirt. And ludens, ludere means to play. That's what we as humans do best. We dance the earth. We sing the earth. We tell stories about the earth. So not Homo sapiens, but humus ludens for Dillinger's Virgil. Muddy tracks, chasing the outlaw self, rubs dirt on us all. Last poem is called Skinny the Elk. There's a whole lot of life in these animals. George nods almost like a prayer as I hold the hooked leg steady for the knife. Mist rising from the gutted belly, skin still warm. Tempered steel peels back, thick hide, fur, the dark meat of the superior. Sacred organs slide steaming into full moonlight on the bed of Greenbank's battered pickup. I can't stop blazing at those antlerized two perfect rivets welded to the girder of that skeletal moment when the bullet's magic cut life short. Later, after the carcass is hung in a cottonwood tree, I go inside to wash my hands, and the blood won't come off. And there's no mistake, I am marked for life. I wear the elk's tattoo. As its meat becomes my meat, and its blood stains my blood. Spirit leaping from shape